Hi fellow aliens, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about vintage shopping tips, kind of. Just some simple tips that are gonna make a difference to a beginner. I'm a beginner myself, so I just want to share some of the stuff that I have learned so far. So stay tuned to watch what we're going to share today. One of the most important things to keep along when you're going on a vintage shopping trip is to be patient. It's like if you are like going to a trip right after work, or you're going to work after right after you have been on the trip, I mean like the same day, then it's not the best case scenario. Then you're going to be like rushing stuff and you're not going to be easily disoriented. No, that's not. I would recommend you to do it on the day you are free from work, and yeah, and it depends if you like are more calm with another person or alone. For me, it's best if I go with one other person or something. I prefer going with one of my sisters or maybe a good friend. It's like the patience is so important. I cannot say that enough, because it's like all the clothes are oftentimes like randomly all over the place, so it's not easy to just boom, there it is, that's what I want, and there it is, that's what I want. No. You need to have a lot of time to really look through what you're dealing with. Another thing is you should prepare a lot before going on a vintage shopping trip. For example, you should be searching on the internet to figure out what your close secondhand stores are and what they have. Both check out their websites, their Instagrams and stuff. It's a lot, oftentimes a lot of information to find there. Sometimes I feel like some of these secondhand stores are more likely to have more information on their websites, but it can be a lot of difference there. But that's at least what I discovered when I'm trying to find secondhands close to where I live. Yeah, I go to I go to Oslo. That's where I'm going. It can be really helpful to go to Instagram and save all of those photos with those inspired outfits or clothing you're into, so you don't get so disoriented when you are on the shopping trip, because then you can just go back to that folder on Instagram with saved images and remember yourself, oh, that's what I'm really looking for today. Okay. We can also do that on Pinterest, of course. They got an app you can download and make folders there as well to use as inspiration before going on a shopping trip. Because if you look, we are different, but I prefer having some kind of preparation before going, so I don't get so like, it's like when I'm not prepared, it's like I cannot find anything because I don't know what I want or what I need. So I prefer doing some kind of research to find out what I'm gonna be focused on trying to find. Another thing that's very important, look for stains, especially when it's like by a dress or a sweater or jacket or something. Look if it's any stains under the armpits, especially at all of those places where it's more likely to be sweat stains or stuff like that. Look for that. If it's removable by just washing, that's fine, but it's something like, be aware of it. If you find it very gross that someone has like it's stainable sweat in those clothes you're looking at, and you don't like it, don't buy it. And another thing, I would never ever in any circumstances buy underwear in thrifting stores. Never. It's gross. It's been so close to another part of the I don't want to go in detail, but I think you know what I mean. It's nasty. I don't want to go near that. I prefer only buying that new. So other stuff are fine, like dresses, tops, pants, shoes, all of that stuff. But underwear, no, bye. And another thing you can think about before going on trip, dress down. Don't be like putting on all of these heavy clothes and a big backpack and or something like that. It's not a good idea at all. You should be having the most comfortable clothes you can wear. Something that is not too warm, not too cold, if you understand what I mean. Something you can wear out and not freeze too much, and still be going inside and not be overheated. Because if you're having too much clothes on, or too warm clothes on, I mean, then you're gonna be like needing to dragging it along with you when you are like trying to shop for for stuff. At the same time, it gets heavy, it gets annoying, the experience will not be as good at this as it could be. So find the balance. I actually discovered last time that I kind of shouldn't have had such a heavy backpack. So I'm gonna be looking into that next time. Maybe if you need to have a backpack, have as few stuff in there as possible. Maybe just your very necessary stuff, like your wallet, maybe your passport or something like that, but not like all of this random stuff we girls carry around with us. No, you don't need to be like adult. You shouldn't be like needing to be fixing up your makeup and all of that stuff when you're on a trip like that. No, don't care about that. Care about your back more, and to get the best possible experience on your shopping trip as you possibly can. Something you can do that kind of helps your wallet a bit is to prepare how much you're going to use on your trip. Have like a limit you're putting on how much you're going to be using. I didn't do that last time, but I had a lot of cash instead of using my card all the time, so I kind of had more control on how much money I have been spending. So that's also something you can do to easily keep track of how much money you have used on your trip. while you're still on it. Kind of like. So just bring in cash. You can have a card as well. Not every store takes cash, but most of them still do, I think. If you bring cash and you are determined to only use that kind of amount, it's so much easier to stick to it. Because if you're like only bringing your credit card and thinking like, yeah, I'm only gonna be using like insert amount of money here, it's so easily to forget about it. It's like, I probably only use like so. But then you're really wrong and you get shocked when you look at your bank account and being like, crap, shouldn't I use that so much money? So I hope that this video could be somewhat helpful in some way or another. This was not for the professional vintage shoppers out there. This was for the beginners, like myself. So for many of you, maybe it's like all of these things are very like we already knew this stuff. But at least I hope someone found this helpful. So yeah, have a great day. See you in the next video. Bye.